It's time for Let's Get Real with your host from Bob Richards and Associates, Bob Richards.
Well, hello, Mr. Bob Richards.
Hello, Michael.
How are you doing today?
Doing great.
It's good to see you again.
Thank you. Likewise.
I'm doing good. And how do you like our new studio?
Love it. This is great.
It turned out really good.
Now, it's an undisclosed location because it's in the basement of the bunker that has the missiles, right?
Well, we're actually in one of the missiles.
I didn't
So
see
we're
that.
in the
Okay.
C-141 cargo transport that's circling over
I see.
St.
I
George
see.
now, so it's hard to find us.
Got it. Well, so be it.
Yeah. Well, are you excited about today? You
yeah,
ready?
Yeah, I'm really excited about what we have to share today.
So I know that we're going to talk about everyone's favorite topic, home warranties.
Yes.
So what's a home warranty? What's it used for? Why do I need one?
Okay. As we get into the real estate aspect of things, Michael, let's get real.
Okay.
Warranty is not an insurance policy that is the same as your homeowner's insurance. So oftentimes people will say, well, I already have an insurance policy. Why would I need a home warranty? And based upon the information that is provided, you can explain as a realtor to that buyer, here's what you get from the homeowner's insurance policy. Here's what you get from the home warranty. So very, very different, even though it's insurance.
So what are things that are typically covered? What do we talk about in the home warranty?
Yeah, so there's a number of different companies around, Michael, that are available as home warranty companies. There's First American Home Warranty, there's Elevate, there's Old Republic, there's another couple, three others that are around. And depending upon the coverage that one is looking for, would depend upon the cost, the price, and what they do cover and what they don't cover. So, for instance, a cement floor, is that covered? No. Roof tiles? No. The rose bushes? No. I know that's disappointing, but it's I know that's kind of hacking things off. But you're looking at mostly your things that are mechanical moving parts. This would be things like your appliances, your water heater, your heating and air conditioning system, the plumbing of the home, the electrical of the home, garage door opener, ding ding. And then there's some add-ons with like water softener, central vacuum. If you have a swimming pool, there's pool coverage as well. And so there's some good things that are offered, but also where you can do kind of what I call a chuckarama list and say, I really like this, don't need that one, but let's add this one on as an upgrade, and etc. Honestly, most warranties are right around $600. If you get into something that's a bigger home or something that has some other bells and whistles like a swimming pool and spa, then they bid it up on a higher price. But again, per home, but a base coverage right now is about six, maybe $700.
So it'll cover a lot of my appliances, like what you mentioned, like the air conditioning,
Uh-huh.
heating and air conditioning. Does it also cover things like refrigerators?
It does, yes. So there's washer and dryer, refrigerators. Some are standard, some are a little bit of an upgrade. If it's an upgrade, it's $10, $20. It's not that huge to have those things covered. And you really want to have that coverage there in place and not just mess around and say, well, I'm going to get the below standard one.
Yeah.
You really want something that's going to be covered for really most of everything, if not everything that you can. Makes a big difference.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
So let's say that I'm buying the home,
Uh-huh.
and the owner tells me, it's a used home, tells me, oh, I just bought this washer and dryer, and it's got a warranty that's completely covered by the manufacturer.
Mm-hmm.
So then I buy the house and I get the home warranty, which covers the appliances.
Right.
So the washer and the dryer stop working.
Uh-huh.
So do I have two insurance policies, and which one takes precedence, or can I double dip on this?
Yeah, no kidding. No on the last question.
Oh, darn.
Sorry. But yeah, there's the approach would be going back to the previous owner, and prior to purchasing the home, find out if the warranty is transferable.
Okay.
If it is transferable, then I think we've got a good option there for that transfer of ownership for those units to the new owner would be fine. Because oftentimes if the warranty is not transferable with what they just bought, then it's kind of who do I go to now without having to pay the price?
Okay. All right. So next question. So I buy this house.
Mm-hmm.
Everything looks great. The washer, the dryer, everything. My goodness, this is a beautiful home. And the owner says, oh, you guys are going to love it here. And as a matter of fact, that is a brand new roof.
Mhm.
That thing is going to last forever. Well, come to find out that the first rainstorm we have, this roof is leaking like a sieve. Why? Because it's a new roof.
Sure.
But his brother-in-law's sister's friend, cousin, who went to college and took a roofing class, did everything wrong. So is my home warranty going to cover the roof?
You know what, Michael? I smile and laugh a little bit about that, thinking like, okay, does that really happen? Yeah, folks, it does. And so the roofer might be somebody that has taken a CE class or a class over at Home Depot about roofing.
Yeah.
It just does not cut it. So does the home warranty cover that? It doesn't, Michael, because this is something that is structural and not moving parts. So that's the big difference between really the home warranty. Like I say, no stucco, no cement, no walkway, no ceilings or anything of that, no painting. Just those things that are mechanical moving parts oriented.
So if it was a moving roof, then it would be covered.
It would.
But since it's not,
Exactly.
that's good to know. I think a lot of people think that, oh, I have a home warranty. Everything in here is completely covered. I've got my insurance. I've got my home warranty. We can have all these horrible things happen. Doesn't matter. I'm completely covered. And that's completely untrue.
It is. And in the insurance company, if you did file a claim on the homeowner's insurance policy,
Yeah.
you have to decide and say, okay, if I do that, then what's going to happen to my premium? It's going to go up.
Ooh.
Is there a possibility of your policy being canceled? Yes, there is. Even for a replacement of the roof, that can be canceled by insurance companies. They're not making as much money as they used to, and their outflow of money on the homeowner's insurance policy claims is incredibly high. And so their profitability is quite low. So if they need to bounce you and say, you're no longer with us, that's what they'll do, plain and simple.
Wow. So, okay, I'm buying the house.
Uh-huh.
So who pays for this home warranty? Can I put in the contract? So I want a home warranty,
Uh-huh.
and I want the seller to pay for it.
Sure.
Can we do that?
Absolutely. So there's a specific location in the purchase contract that talks just about that and says a home warranty will or will not be provided. It will be ordered by the buyer or the seller. It'll be paid for by the buyer or the seller, and what the amount is of that warranty. Now, they can split it. And so if it's $600, $300 each. Oftentimes
Okay.
the seller provides that because it actually builds a wall between the seller and the buyer. So if the buyer has any sort of an issue, they get to that wall and they don't exceed it and go back to the seller and say, you should have known your water heater was going to go out after you sold me the house. I don't talk to my water heater, Michael. I think people would kind of put me in a rubber room if I was to do that. So you just don't know those kind of things. So it's beneficial to the seller as well as to the buyer.
All right, so it's a good protection.
It is
thing.
for
All right,
both
so-
parts.
And it's negotiable.
It is.
You guys can split it
Yep.
50-50.
Yep, absolutely.
So how long does this home warranty last?
Typically a year. Well, I shouldn't say typically. It is 1 year from date of closing until the anniversary date is when that warranty expires.
Can I
Except,
get? Oh, you've
No.
got an exception.
Go
Okay.
ahead. No.
I was going to say, what if I want to extend it?
They're really thinking alike here. Thinking alike here. Yeah, that can be extended. The seller isn't contacted at that time. They're done. And so the 1 year is their obligation, and they're done with it unless something else is read into the contract. But you can extend as the new owner for another year. You can extend this out as long as you would like to.
Oh, okay.
But you're just paying the annual premium I shouldn't say reissue, but to keep the existing policy
Okay.
alive.
So I can renew it as
Yes,
often as
you
I
can.
want. So, all right. So here's my other question.
Okay.
Does the home warranty only cover structures that are actually attached to the home? For example, I bought a house and it has a detached casita.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need a separate home warranty for the casita, or does my home warranty cover both structures?
Fabulous question. I love this guy because he brings up what is really the truth and what is actual going on. It does cover both, Michael.
Oh, okay.
And so if there was a duplex where you're like side by side kind of a thing, then they would need to get a multifamily home warranty. That's going to be for 2 units. But since this is the primary residence and a casita in the back, it would not require there to be a second home warranty.
Oh, well, that's really good
Yeah.
to know. I think that's something that we, meaning me, should remember when we're out buying a home that's got a detached casita.
Yes.
So, okay, so let's say that the air conditioning has gone out.
Uh-huh.
It's 105 outside,
Uh-huh.
and that's a cool day here
It
in
is,
St.
yeah.
George.
Can't be around.
Whew, things are
Put on
cooling
a
down.
sweater. Yeah.
How do I get the repair done? Who do I call?
If you call the HVAC, the air conditioning folks, any of them,
Okay.
and say, hey, I've got a warranty claim here. I need you to come out and fix this. They're going to be like, well, we don't have the claim on order, so you're not going to have us come out there because we will not come. Basically, in short, Michael, the client of the ownership of the warranty calls the warranty company and says, here's my name, here's my property address. I need to make a claim for refrigerator's gone out. And in this instance, the air conditioning's gone out. They will then order and dispatch a representative of one of their list of HVAC folks to come out and get it fixed. Now, when it is 105, you don't want to wait days and days for
No.
that phone call.
No.
You need something like now.
Yeah.
And so we put a rush on those. The people that we work with are very good to get back with our clients quickly, get that order submitted, or otherwise it is 3 to 4 days. And that just doesn't cut it. So we want to make sure our clients are taken care of, and so we've got a good relationship with these warranty companies. So you're within 24 or maybe 48 hours at the most
Yeah.
waiting for somebody to show up rather than 4 days.
So, okay, so let's say that the air conditioning went out.
Uh-huh.
I call the home warranty company, and they send somebody out. They fix my home warranty. I don't have to pay any money out of pocket. They
Actually, a
just
little
do it?
bit. Yeah, really good question again. So there's a deductible that one pays as the home warranty recipient. It's about $75.
Okay.
So anything over and above that, the warranty will pay the contractor that amount of money. So $75 out of pocket isn't too shabby at all. Years and years ago, I have a place that I own over off of Valley View. I used to take I bought it for my mom and dad,
Mhm.
and over time I just thought, I'm renewing the warranty every year. Should I do it one more time? Answer, yeah, I think I better. So I did, and Michael, in June of that year, the HVAC goes out. Now you know how much those are. They're thousands of dollars, anywhere between
Yeah.
about $6,000 to $12,000. It cost me $75 for a brand new HVAC system for this home.
Oh, then that was worth the $600 home warranty.
It was,
program.
yeah, and so
Wow.
I didn't have it wasn't a previous occurrence. It wasn't something that was already known. It just went out, and so they brought in a whole new system for $75. I was really happy about that.
So does the home warranty company come in and actually do an inspection? So I'm buying an existing home.
Yep.
Let's say it's like 10 years old.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Home warranty guy comes in. They inspect the heating system and they go, this heating system's 10 years old and we're not going to cover this thing.
Right.
Is that possible? Or do
It is
they-
not.
Okay.
Yeah, really good question again. And there's not a formal inspection that's done by the warranty company. It's basically the agent that has had the home listed, the buyer's agent possibly, and the home inspector. And so
Oh.
if the home inspector flags some things, then we want to get those to the seller and say, hey, we may want to tackle this before we go on market because we know it's going to be only partially covered, possibly not covered whatsoever.
Okay. So I know we've talked about home inspectors on previous podcasts.
Yes.
And I think it's important probably, well, not probably, but definitely to get like the home inspection and then get the home warranty and everything, working in tandem and everything's coordinated. I think
Absolutely.
that's great. Okay. So my air conditioning went out.
Uh-huh.
Cost them $14,000 to
Uh-huh.
fix it. The very next day, my refrigerator goes out. And then the very next day, my washer dryer goes out. Is there a
Wow.
limit to the number of claims that I can make during the specific time period?
During that time period, did you lose the dog, the truck, and the wife?
Yeah, it was a bad day.
It was a bad day.
But the dog came back.
Oh, good, good. I'm glad 1 out of 3 ain't bad. Yeah. So along those lines, remind me your question.
So is there a limit to the
limit.
number of
That's
claims
right.
I
That's
can
right.
make?
No.
No limit.
No.
Okay, well that's good
Yeah,
to know.
it is good to know because that really gives you. You don't want to abuse it and say, well, my light bulb wore out. Can you send an electrician? you just don't do stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's something that's significant, pre-existing condition, those kind of things you really have to be careful with, and don't abuse it.
Okay.
Because they'll say, you know what, hey, Michael, you just keep calling us for this and that and the other. We feel like DoorDash, and we really don't want to work with you again. I mean, they can let you go, but do what's right, but don't abuse it.
Okay. Are there any negatives or downside to having a home warranty?
There really isn't. On new construction, I always ask for a home warranty. People are like, you're nuts. The builder provides a 1-year home warranty. Yeah, but what does it say? What's covered and what's not covered? It's not a boilerplate warranty by builders. So every time before selling a new construction home, we get a home inspection done. Every time we close, I get the builder's warranty from the builder for the 1 year, but I still ask for another home warranty. So that really they're covered, and you say, well, it's a brand new home, nothing's wrong with it. Oh yeah, there is. There always is. There's things that need to be corrected before getting too far down the road. Make sure that those things were done and installed correctly, and the proper product was used, and no corners were cut. So do it on resale and on new construction.
Sounds great. Well, Mr. Bob, I understand that you have an excellent new listing you'd like to share with us
Thanks,
today.
Michael.
But one of the things I think is fascinating is that this monitor is turned off.
Yes.
So we're going to have to get Josh to stop the tape, come in here and turn on the damn monitor so we can see what the hell's going on. What do you think?
Okay, sounds good.
I'll bet he's going to come in here any second now.
You can just turn it on
here. But he says you can just turn that thing on there, Michael. I think the on button's over on your end.
Are we going to cut that part out, Josh?
It's the bottom.
Can we cut that part out?
Yeah, it's on the bottom.
Hey.
Oh.
There you are.
I love that. Okay. Yeah, we're going to need to edit that out, so remember that for next time.
We can do that. All right.
So, Bob.
Magic.
I understand that you have a new listing that you'd like to share with us.
I do.
Tell us about this.
You're out in this neighborhood. It's Desert Color. You say Desert Color, and people are like, oh, wow, that's an awesome place. It's huge. It's growing, the big lagoon. Yeah. Well, this isn't really any exception to that. This is a nice place. It's a 2-story. It has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. The half bath is on the main. The other bathrooms are on the upstairs. The bedrooms are all upstairs. Huge and grand entryway. This is a picture of the kitchen.
Oh, that's nice.
Dining. There's a large family room that would be behind this picture, more towards the front door. So go right of the dining table rather than left towards the kitchen.
Okay.
And you'll see this large family room area, which is fantastic to have. Master bedroom here. These are huge in this particular home. All of the bedrooms are really good size, but a nice master. It has its own bath, and it has its own balcony as well, that as you walk outside and say, wow, this is nice to live here. The balcony has some nice views. It has, obviously it's covered. Bring a couple of chairs to go outside, read a book, get some sun, whatever it might be. There's another patio as well on the other side, but we don't have that photo, no big deal. The amenities here at Desert Color, as you know, Michael, are massive, with a 2.5-acre lagoon, pools, snack bars, places that you can rent paddle boards and wakeboards, and not wakeboards, but paddle boards, and be able to enjoy a lot of sunshine and a lot of activity. I tell people, if you live out there or have it as a rental, if your tenant or you are bored, it's your own fault.
Yeah, so I live in Desert Color, and I love it out there. It's really nice, and the home that you just showed is absolutely gorgeous. The pool here is phenomenal. We don't have a shot of the lagoon, but I spend a lot of time in the lagoon. What I like about it, since I moved here from Laguna Beach a couple of years ago, there's 2 beaches at the lagoon. So it's kind of like being at the beach. I snorkel in the lagoon. Nice. I paddleboard and kayak. There's no reason to be bored when you live in Desert Color.
Yeah, beach volleyball and all sorts of fun things that are available there, which is really awesome. Now, one thing that I didn't provide a photo of is that this in the back, it's got...
Okay, so we need to stop right now because he's showing the wrong house. So
go back.
We need to go back. There's things we need to edit.
Yeah, so that would be in the second podcast.
Yeah.
And not in the first. So first podcast, one home. Second podcast, different home.
So what we need to do is we need to get out of this and go back to the main screen, whatever that is. I don't want to reach up and turn it off. That'll look kind of funky. I don't know what you want me to do here, Josh.
Yeah, you can just turn it off.
Okay.
What do you want on the screen?
Well, we can do the black screen, or what we had before was just a picture of Bob and I in there, like the picture of the the studio.
just turn it off if you're done with that.
Okay.
Okay, keep going.
Well, Bob, that was a delightful listing. I'm looking
Thanks.
forward to learning more about that. So before we go, any last words of wisdom about home warranties?
You know what? It's something that I won't call it a necessary evil. It's a necessary benefit, and something that is going to last you for a significant amount of time. And again, the renewal of it every year is also very important that you stay up on that. And they'll love to take your money, but again, you'll love to take their money without having to fork out I shouldn't say tens of thousands, but thousands of dollars, certainly high hundreds of dollars, in getting something fixed that you could have just taken care of with a $75 deductible.
Cool. Well, Bob, if somebody wants to get a hold of you and maybe they want to buy that listing, how can they call you?
Yeah, thanks, Michael. So that home is priced at $619. You can reach me at 435-703-8824. I'm at Berkshire Hathaway Real Estate. We're right on the Ancestor Square on the corner of Main Street and St. George Boulevard. BuyUtah.com is my website, and then bob@buyutah.com is my email. So 435-703-UTAH, my cell for text or for calls. And then I've just mentioned to you the other ways to reach me.
Yeah, and we want to thank everybody for watching Bob's podcast, Let's Get Real, which is available on YouTube and all of the other major podcast channels. And it's also available on your website. Go to the About Us tab, click podcast, and all of the podcasts are there. Not just this one, but every podcast that we've ever done. Bob, thank you so much. We'll see you again next time with another episode of Let's Get Real.
Thank you.
This has been Let's Get Real with Bob Richards from Bob Richards and Associates. For more information, buyutah.com. We invite you to return again for another edition of Let's Get Real with Bob Richards from Bob Richards and Associates.